I went to the world's highest capital to look for solutions to Philippine traffic.
Look at this cable car, so cool. They use it as transportation here in Bolivia.
Welcome to the extreme city of La Paz, Bolivia. Famous for this, and this.
We just arrived. Look at that, we're gonna watch the sunrise here in the Uyuni Salt Flats.
But La Paz is also famous for building one of the coolest ways to commute as a solution to their major traffic problem. Familiar? But
Is it even possible to have a cable car as public transportation in the Philippines? Well, we are in Bolivia right now to actually see if this would work.
because remember this?
So it will be complementary to connect MRT4 with Antipolo City. And that's where the idea of a cable car project came up. And thankfully, ADB was generous enough to fund the pre-feasibility study, and the project appears viable.
But they have been talking about this for years. I want to see a real-world example. In Bolivia, the cable car or ropeway system called Mi Teleférico has been running for 10 years. From day one, Mi Teleférico was a big hit. It grabbed international attention for how it helped commuters, reduced traffic, and created jobs. So, when we traveled to South America for our anniversary, I knew I had to see this world-famous transportation system for myself.
Welcome to Bolivia.
But going to Bolivia was one of the hardest trips I've ever done, and I travel a lot. Fun fact, Bolivia is visa-free for Filipinos. But take note, it took us a whopping 24 hours of flight time just to get to this side of the world.
We just arrived after 24 hours of traveling.
So, we decided to make the most of this trip by passing through Chile to see the Atacama Desert. From there, we went on a wild 4 days, 3 nights cross-country road trip.
We don't know where we're going, but it's gonna be a long day, long bumpy ride.
Through the Uyuni Salt Flats, in extreme temperatures, hop on an overnight bus, and finally, woke up in La Paz.
This place really reminds me of the Philippines because it's traffic everywhere, and there's a lot of mga FX or buses that actually look like what we have in Batangas.
Bolivia is the highest capital in the world at 3,650 meters above sea level. It has a population of over 1.9 million people living in a steep and compact city. This gave them a severe traffic and transportation problem until they invested in the ropeway system.
There we go. Nice. Just opening my window so I can show you also the El Tropico.
I couldn't wait to try it. But here's what worried me. It seems very expensive. Because when we went to Japan for skiing, we used a ropeway system at the ski resort and it cost 230 pesos for one ride or 3,800 for a day pass. Which leads me to question, is it even an affordable option for Filipinos' daily commute? So the same day we arrived, we looked for a tour group that would show us the cable cars ASAP.
I wonder if this is going to work in our country, but here it's so efficient. It's actually very affordable. Bolletas. We have our bolletas.
Alright guys, so the first line is always 3 Bolivianos. The next line you join is 250, and the more you join, the more you connect, the more discount you get. Alright? Yes, if I'm not mistaken, the whole round is like 13 Bolivianos. Not even $2, you know? So yeah, great to go, amazing.
That's about 26 pesos. Great, affordable for everyday commuters. But is it sustainable?
It runs on solar, and it doesn't break down. Oh, nice.
Here's what our tour guide had to say.
Yes guys, the cable car is the best way to go in La Paz, you know. As you can see, the geography is very difficult, many ups and downs. So yeah, it will be possible for us to have an underground or a subway system. Instead, we go from above, you know. Yes, we have 9 different lines at the moment. They all connected somehow. So yes, you can go through the whole city using the cable car. And it's very well used because it's in the same price, like same range of local transport. So yes, with the locals, we always use it and we love it. You know? We love it. Yeah, it's the best way to go through La Paz. Yeah, I hope you can have a system like this in your city as well. Yes, and yeah, cable car is the best. You know?
What surprised us was that during the tour, when we took the Mi Teleférico to El Alto, the highest area of La Paz, and the views on the ride were muy magnifico. So that's another pro of using cable cars, the tourism element. Because even if they are used for commuting, you can still enjoy a bird's eye view of the city, and tourists love that. I mean, just check out these views. Guess where in the Philippines they are planning to put cable cars? The government says that they want to put them in hilly places like Baguio, Cebu, and my hometown, Antipolo. Speaking of Antipolo, they want to connect it to the MRT4 station here. So can you just imagine a cable car with the Metro Manila skyline like this? Or this? So but then, we wanted to try it out some more. So we decided to go around the city without taking the cable car.
We're kind of rushing it because we have to watch a show.
Yep, what show?
Chalita's Wrestling.
Charitas Wrestling, we'll show you.
Getting to the show, which was in El Alto again, took an hour by bus. Getting to El Alto by cable car? 10 minutes. What a relief for people who live there. While watching the Cholitas fight, I kept thinking about the cable cars and how much it makes sense. But the biggest question is, can our government even afford this? Apparently, the Bolivian government spent $234 million on this project, and it now makes a net profit of $5.8 million. It's expected to ROI in half the time they initially thought. To top it off, I found out that other countries in South America have adopted this same model. That's why I really hope our government finds a way to implement this in the Philippines. Not only was it an efficient way to travel, it was also very fun. But then I wanted to test it out one last time before we left. I wanted to see if we could take the cable car back to the El Alto airport and not miss our flight. We were on our last few Bolivianos and my wife was getting very nervous about this idea. But we made it to El Alto in 10 minutes and just needed to take a cab the remainder of the way.
Another really fascinating thing about the cable cars here in Bolivia is that they are also all connected. So you can see this gray line over here when you can walk up this way and it connects you to the yellow line.
With everything we saw in La Paz, I am convinced that this is a great solution, but I want to hear it from a local.
Pero Teleférico es
No, bastante bueno,
bastante bueno. Bastante bueno.
And so, we left Bolivia feeling inspired and hopeful. Maybe someday our government will find a solution to our own transportation problems. Because it's frustrating to travel to other countries and see how transformative a good transportation system can be. And then, come home to, well, this. We can build incredible real estate developments and dream big, but without solving transportation, a critical piece of the puzzle remains missing.
Tricycle DIY po sa labas!
Hope you liked the video. I love to travel and explore real estate topics from new infrastructure like this, developing areas, and exciting real estate opportunities in our beautiful country. If you are also curious about real estate, please like and subscribe. We will catch you on the next ride.